welcome. Today is Tuesday, July 26th, 2022. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup. Good morning, John and Mark and Gad and Stacy and all the rest of you, whether you're watching live later or listening. Thanks for coming by. How was your Monday? How'd it go? You stay cool? Looks like the heat's breaking in a lot of areas. It's getting better here, that's for sure. It was cool enough yesterday that it was, what was it, 55, just shy of 60 when I woke up, which I will take. That I'm good with. Good morning, Nathan. Much better sleeping weather than, I don't know, 80, 85. Having to sleep in air conditioning. Not a fan. Jeremy, you should move south or west. Or do you see how hot it gets everywhere? I struggle with the hot days here. This whole 100 and whatever that you guys do elsewhere. Oh, no, thank you. I'm good. Well, I want to know what you did yesterday. Tell me about your day. Post it in the chat. And I want to know what you're doing today. What did you do yesterday? What are you doing today? These are the things I want to know. Today's a recording day for me. So I've got 4 episodes. 2 people I know. I don't know either of them well, but I know them. First name basis, would give them a hug if I saw them, kind of know, right? And then 2 other people. I don't remember who the other 2 people are. Double checking. Not that I'm going to tell you. Oh, and yeah, I know who one of the others is. One of the others is this other person. Good morning, Jenny. So it'll be a good day. This is really all I have. I have one thing that I couldn't get done yesterday for a client that I'm going to do again today, or try again to do today. First thing this morning, I've got to shave and cut my hair. My head shaver broke. It broke on Friday. Well, I went to use it on Friday before I left for Philadelphia, and I turned it on and went, nope. And I tried plugging in it. It wouldn't charge. So that went back yesterday. I ordered a step up, a considerable step up. Kind of the big brand in that space. So it'll be a couple weeks before it's here, though. So that's sad. But I'll just go back to cut my hair the way I was before with clippers and just getting as close as I can. Good morning, Dennis and Brian. And Andy says, what hair? Well, to you, that's not much. But to me, this is a lot. This is a lot. I had one bottle of shampoo in college. I don't even use shampoo now. I just take a washcloth and scrub my head. There's no point. But I prefer the look of not showing everyone my receding hairline. That coupled with being shorter than everyone, it's like, hello, here you are. This is where my hair is. Yeah, so that's it. And that might not, quote, just recording 4 episodes might not seem like much, but it's a lot. I will likely be tired by the end of the day. And then 2 meetings tonight. We've got Martial Arts Radio, I'm going to call it a focus group. And we've got a quick check-in on the award stuff. So, yeah. Dennis says, you're looking like Fabio with all of that hair. Does everyone know who Fabio is? We'll reach a point where everyone doesn't know who Fabio is. And then he says, yesterday was cleaning and then relaxing with the kiddos. I've discovered that even though I was overwhelmed with positive emotions and not stress or negative emotions, I am still emotionally drained. Yeah. Until now, I believe that only negative emotions could drain me. Nope. It's still energy, right? Like you can go for a hike and love the experience and still be tired after. Gad says, yesterday, the sale of our house was finalized. Congratulations. That's a load off our shoulders. It was too hot to train. Since the heat's breaking, I'll get some training in later. Finally got the standing punching bag assembled after the move. Nice. Big doings, big stuff. Congrats on that house sale. I'm watching the housing market like kind of teeter on the edge around here, and I know this isn't the only area that prices got pushed up so far, and now there's no inventory, and so what's left is getting pushed up a little bit more, but we're about to watch it just shut off. I think we're going to see very, very few home sales, especially as material costs come down, and they have been. Yeah, Kelly, that was my expectation too. She says this group probably knows Fabio, but most of our students wouldn't. Oof. Stacy's been up since 4 a.m. Gonna be a long day. I'm sorry to hear that. I went to bed just after 8. I was exhausted. I did not get the naps that I wanted. And the reason being is I couldn't take a nap because I couldn't get ahead on the work because I was too tired to work efficiently. I did take a couple of breaks because yesterday just wasn't clicking. So I went, shipped some stuff out, stopped at Panera, did some work, had a muffin, had some iced tea. I'll tell you, the whole idea of renting space somewhere when for $10 a month I can sit at Panera all I want and get all the drinks I want, it's just silly. And it's quieter. It's quieter in the Panera dining room than it is at any of the co-working spaces. And then I went to the gym for a little bit and came home, made some dinner. It's a good day. Jenny, with regard to housing, says inventory is increasing again around here, but homes are still overpriced, waiting for the mortgage rates to kick in and help bring prices back down. It's a 6 of one, half dozen the other, right? Because you look at a cheap mortgage and a high price versus a lesser price and a higher mortgage. You know, where's the tipping point where one's better than the other? I could probably still sell my house for 3 times what I paid right now. Now, granted, I've put a lot into it, but I haven't put that much into it. All right. So yesterday I asked you guys to come up with some topics, and I was hoping you would all send me some topics. I didn't get any topics from anybody. So here's what we're going to talk about today. Give me a second. All right, here's one for you. When I teach kids, especially if I'm trying to coach kids as it relates to competition, if I'm trying to teach them how to present their forms in a way that is higher level, more intensity, etc., kids don't have a lot of reference for emotional display. If I'm coaching an adult on how to present their form at a tournament or something, all right, we need more intensity. I need you to act out a fight. I want you to dig deep. I want you to think about a traumatic experience or an emotional experience and then dig into that. You know, it's very similar to what I understand as a non-actor happens with acting. And that usually works for adults. I can usually help them find something to pull some passion out. Kids don't have those reference points. So when I talk to kids, and here we go to the question. When I talk to kids, I encourage them to think of an animal or a superhero that, if they were to become that, would be big and scary and even roar. And when I have them do their form, when they do their ki-is, their ki-ups, for a few times, I'll have them, instead of doing that, I'll have them roar. You know, whatever's appropriate for the animal or whatever it is they're going to be. So the question, if you had to dig deep, if you had to embody something else to find that extra something in that style of it be of you pretending to be something or someone else, what would it be? Would you be a lion? Would you be a dragon? What would you be? For me, because I've never asked myself this question, so as I'm asking you, I'm asking myself. For me, it would probably be a dragon because I like the visual during a ki in my brain. It's a ki. I like the visual of that ki being parallel to a dragon breathing fire, trying to project that instead of just shouting into the air, trying to focus it in some way. Mark says a tiger. Stacy says a spider web. The most delicate of things, sometimes invisible, but brings out the inner ninja in everyone. Well, how do you embody a spider web, though? I could make the case if we were working specifically to improve the grace of technique, that a spider web might be a good signpost. I don't know. Oh, but if she was an animal, a wasp, I like that. Dennis says totally a tiger, or at the very least a tigger. Jenny says I think I'd pick dragon too, but I would probably look more like a small rabid raccoon. Oh, come on. And I'm gonna Jenny in response to Dennis and his tigger comment. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Good stuff, you guys. I think there's a lot of value in that. You know, we all put on masks. We all pretend to be something or someone else at times. Sometimes it's just different versions of ourselves. But I know for me that being able to be something or someone else for a little while can be freeing. And in the context of training, what would this animal do? What would this person do? How would this character handle this? Brian says a bear, like an altered beast. And with the tiger, Mark says stalking and pouncing on your prey. Gad says cat always lands on its feet. Okay. In the work that I do with clients, I've got some clients who there are times where I'm trying to push them along. I'm trying to coach them. And interestingly, I've had this conversation with clients and non-clients quite a bit lately, people coming to me asking for advice. And I'm finding that this recommendation, how would someone or something else, given the situation, react, carry themselves? I'm thinking of one person in particular who has never, to my knowledge, watched this show. At least they've never commented. So I think I'm safe in, I'm not going to mention their name, but I think I'm safe in mentioning a little bit of what we talked about. This person's going through some stuff, has been for a few years. and gets rattled at times. And so one of the things we talked about was, okay, who can you think of from movies? This person's a little bit older than I am, that would never get rattled, has never gotten rattled, no matter what the situation. And I think we ended up with Clint Eastwood. What would Clint Eastwood do? How would Clint Eastwood handle this or that or the other? Now, this person isn't a martial artist. It would be funny to see a Clint Eastwood impersonator presenting a form at a competition. That'd be a good time. You guys are having fun. And I like that. Glad you're having fun. I think there's a lot of value in knowing how you act differently when you are pretending to be something or someone else, because that helps you understand who you are. Where's the boundary between you and the mask or the hat that you're putting on, the face that you're pretending you are? There's a lot of strength in that, especially in being able to put them on and take them off given the situation. People don't believe me. I'm an introvert. I am by nature a very shy person. It takes me far more energy to do the work that I do, to be around big groups, to present in front of people, than people who are extroverts. But I do it because there isn't another way. So I put on a little bit of a mask, and I make sure I get time to recharge. So like a day like today, where I'm potentially talking to other people for 6-7 hours, I'm expecting, or I guess instead of expecting, I will be unsurprised if at the end of the day I'm wiped out. That's okay. It's not a bad thing. It's just it's how it is. Take that recovery time. So Jenny says to Stacy, if Dennis is Tigger, I'm definitely Piglet. Stacy says, I've got the cover of the Tao of Pooh as a tattoo. I'm claiming the roly-poly overstuffed bear. It's natural to identify with external beings, animals, characters, people. It's a good thing. As long as you know where you are, who you are, where those lines are, and you don't get lost in being something or someone else. Most of you know my affinity for hip hop music, specifically Tupac. And as anyone who follows the trajectory of his career, which wasn't terribly long, there's a tipping point. There's a point where things got very different for him. And it was very, very early on. And you can see it in movie roles and his music. And most people who knew him say he took his first movie role in Juice. He played Bishop, anybody who's seen that movie. And he never quite came out of the character. And I've always found that interesting. And so when I read articles about actors, I find acting methodology fascinating. I've never been an actor. I've always found it intriguing. Actors talking about what they do to prepare for roles, beyond physical preparedness, how they will get into the mindset of a character. Something like, what's a good example? Heath Ledger's Joker in Batman. the way people talked about how he prepared for that role and how he was on set. You don't just flip a switch. And so if that's the case with acting, that's the case with changing or growing. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not a switch. We can't expect to be better versions of ourselves overnight. And we can't expect that we're not going to have a messy path forward. If martial arts involves personal growth, it's important that we recognize that. Something to think about. I'm going to go. I hope you have a great day. We got a little bit of time. Got to knock out a couple things and trim up and shave and all those things before we start recording, because some of those episodes might end up coming out in video, and I'd like to be prepared for that. Remember, if you want to support us, you've got the code FirstCup15. You've got the Patreon, which there's something I scheduled to roll out at 10 o'clock this morning. I updated the family page, whistlekick.com/family. So you can go check that out too. Trying to give you tons of stuff, lots of stuff, good stuff. So check out the stuff. Remember, we are the only, to my knowledge, martial arts morning show airing live 6:30 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We need, last I knew, 3 more Twitch followers to cross 50. Please? Please? Gad says, I've read that Jack Nicholson warned him, Heath Ledger, about playing the Joker. Yeah, I think you're right. And then, who was it? The most recent Joker. What's his name? That guy. That movie messed me up. The new one? I don't think I'll ever watch that movie again. It was very well done. Glad I watched it. Not going to see it again. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming by. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great Tuesday. Peace. Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix.